into heavy adamant flame, stop him in his tracks and get maximum damage here. So this is going to be a battle of footsies. I think Phenom's going to try and make NL play within the very rudimentary rules of Street Fighter, but NL, it's up to him to defy the rules and kind of take things in his own way.
Into game one, Phenom versus NL, Cammy versus Akuma. Let's see who's going to break the rules or maybe enforce the law. Let's see. That ground game is going to be something so pivotal. As you had mentioned, the standing leg kicks kind of gauge the distance against Phenom.
All right, already blocks a high blade kick from the Demon Raid there from Phenom, and a lovely early drive reversal there just to make sure he doesn't want to Phenom, because Phenom likes his strike throw games in a lot of situations.
Right. And
one of the basic ways to do it is from the drive rush cancel.
Yeah, we don't mind that at all. With how healthy his drive gauge is currently with NL, it's going to be so difficult for Phenom to close this gap. Yeah, trying to go for the spin knuckle and trying to read some of the fireballs. NL's kept it rather ambiguous thus far, although he is getting closer and closer to the corner. If Phenom lands this single hit, it could be disastrous.
Trying to get perfect parry. Yeah, trying to get perfect parry on the Rago high kick. Shouts to F word there.
Rago. They actually put it in the game. That's actually called the Rago high kick, or at least in 5 it was.
There we go, just caught him there, but then gonna get a drive rush conversion into some sweet Oki. Plays it safe with the safe jump just in case. I like how Phenom's been managing the neutral, but there's a substantial life lead on NL's side, so I do like this conservative and risk-averse approach right now, but everything can change at the drop of a hat.
And that hat could be, I've already dropped with that roundhouse, but not really making much of the sweep. We still keep NL contained. He spent most of the time on the East Coast. That's the first big confirm that we were seeing from Phenom. Another one could happen. BD crouching heavy, looking a little bit dry. NL can actually land it all here, bust out that critical art. Man, it really is a game of inches when it comes to the way that these two have been playing.
They were highly respected and respectable for a solid 80 seconds.
Damn.
But then in those last few moments, we started to see massive conversions, as Vicious alluded to. But now I think we're going to pick up the pace. We need to turn to gear 2 on both ends. Here it comes.
Yes, I like that. Now a little bit more of that defensive aggression, the OD uppercut, ringing true, Phenom.
But notice how
that.
NL has been doing a drive reversal after a drive rush cancel. Now he's done an EXDP, so he's mixing it up. I haven't seen a backdash just yet. We've seen a lot of the high-level guys be doing backdash in certain situations. This is the hooligan, unfortunately. That looked like an execution error.
Oh, most definitely. It was a little bit awkward, too, for him to actually answer with the Demon Raid with that hooligan. I have never seen that, so luckily, we don't get to switch sides, but Phenom creating a little bit of extra space away from the corner. Medium kick to Gage. NL not able to advance for free. And I like this counter-poking situation. We have a level 3. It's gonna be spent. Very expensive, but albeit, you need every round.
Pull out the 50 caliber and get the snipe in, because we're going to the final round here. And I think NL really tried to close out that round with a light into a drive rush cancel, because he had more than enough resources to do so. But Phenom's crouching medium punch had other ideas.
I'll definitely agree with that. One of the more potent counter-poke buttons, very similar to the Shoto's-esque, right? When you see Ken, Ryu, Akuma having the same type of button press for those situations. It's so potent right now for Phenom to use that tactic against him. But now we've talked about this aggression now from Phenom, keeping NL contained. The big punish counter via what? The crouching medium punch again.
He's found those micro adjustments to his spacing, because Phenom's got an exceptional spatial awareness here. Gonna get that back throw, try to get parry. No dice there. Let's see if NL can try and burn him out. Or is he not going to be ravenous just now? He's going to play it safe once again. One heavy punch, and he'll take the game. He's got the resources. Actually, remember what I said before the game started?
Yeah, I sure did.
I was like, let's see if we can check or try and test Phenom's drive rush check reactions.
This is scaring me, man. I mean, like, there's a couple of more fireballs probably in the tank of NL, but Phenom, if he reads it right with a spin knuckle, it is very difficult against Akuma specifically, but it could be so dangerous. One more hit now, especially for NL.
I think he wants that perfect parry into a button, because that's much safer than the spin knuckle read, because he doesn't want to get checked. And a lovely anti-air with the Ghost Shoryuken. He will burn him out, and he will clip that stun. And game 1 will be going to the strength of NL here, keeping it nice and simple. And we're going to get the face plant into the sip of calamity, and we're going to move on to game 2.
Destruction and devastation. Yo, NL has been playing a different type of pace here in the top 16. He has been waiting out the timer and forcing Phenom to move more often than not.
Well, of course, if you can goad your opponent to do something, and the fireballs, as you mentioned in the first game, they've been doing a lot of work, right? Set the tone, let's set the pace. I want to see if you respond within 3 to 5 business working days, because we need it. We need it to make it work, right?
Do not mention 3 to 5 business days ever again. Don't you ever. Don't you ever.
I know
rephrase that right now.
I know exactly why you're saying that. But the way that Phenom's responding, right? There hasn't been any heavy reads. He hasn't done a dive kick over a fireball. He hasn't done a spin knuckle. It's just been perfect parry. NL's been switching up the speed slowly and surely. And Phenom already at a dry gear disadvantage.
Oh, little bit of a off timing there from NL. Yes, I like this too, to confirm yet again. NL actually opting for movement, trying to get out of the corner, eats that meaty. Now the throw, just a single sequence even off of a light. Oh, you're definitely dead off of that. PHENOM was so smart to stay grounded, to stay crouching, to catch the recovery of that dive kick as well from that angle.
I think if he gets a small life lead and see how NL tries to respond to kind of reduce that deficit, then we start to see the desperation come out. PHENOM hasn't forced that out yet.
Well, he's going to have to do it in a matter of seconds, I feel like, because NL, he's just been so solid and outpacing PHENOM in this grounded game. We have seen a couple of more jumps from the side of PHENOM these last couple of instances, but I don't think it's going to be enough at this point in time. Level 1.
Wake up spin drive smasher there to give PHENOM a lifeline, and he's not going to have a lot of resources to work with, but if you get a couple of sequences and send NL to the corner, he's good, and there's one. Got to watch out for the reversal. He's got to watch out for the reversal, and he did. And he's going to build a killer bee sting. He will burn him out, but NL still has another executive decision to make. Not
he's
quite.
Still alive with the drive gauge. Oh, this is huge still for PHENOM. Or sorry, for NL.
There's still a dive kick. He still has to worry about that. I think NL's cognizant of anything that can come his way. Vicious. Nothing. Oh, the jab check there. Are we going to get burned out?
He goes through the fireball. PHENOM with the reactions and anticipation of that block string. Not a true block string, by the way, to go into it. The OD uppercut sniping NL. He could have still, NL could have met him midair. His normal after PHENOM.
Yeah, he definitely could have met him mid-air. I think if NL changed the version of the fireball as well, he could have made that a true block string, but PHENOM was going to input the DP anyway, which is completely fine, because you should be doing things like that on defense, and a lovely whip punish into the target combo. We're going to send him straight to the corner with that spiral arrow, and we're starting to see the Ghost Shoryukens on defense. They're starting to fly high, Vicious. Oh no, I didn't mean like that. I did not mean like that.
What are you doing, man?
BT, here it comes.
Him, huh? That's how you feel today. A throw will do it, definitely. And you know what? NL thought the same thing.
There you go. These guys, like we said, the backdash is starting to come out here, but PHENOM, slowly but surely, finding that rhythm, showing you guys again why he is fundamentally sound and still playing cool, calm, and collected, but NL, the facial expressions are starting to change.
A little bit, man. A little bit of a heavier breathing, a little bit of a disdain on his face off of that execution error. I mean, who could really blame him? Fireballs to kind of keep PHENOM away yet again. Demon Raid, not going to be enough of a range for PHENOM to catch him. It was too shallow of an angle.
And then lovely block. I think he sensed that DP 5 seconds in advance, and that will reward him with the rounds. He's going to have to spurge everything, and I thought he could have ended that combo with the DP, but I guess he played it safe there, NL. Ran out of juggle points, maybe. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
On both ends, a couple of very significant errors. At least it's technically one apiece in regards to those errors. It's evened out, as you can see, round for round, game for game.
Hold my beer real quick. I'll show you what a mistake looks like. Either way, final round here. Whoever goes 2-1 up is going to be massive for them mentally. Low forward.
Yeah. Just at the edge of that low medium.
There you go. PHENOM's starting to introduce the dive kicks more because he knows NL, the strategy he's got, the grounded strategy he got, is exhibiting it really well here. And these guys are going to start taking to the skies real soon.
To be fair, it hasn't really been challenged successfully in regards to like the overall stat usage. So I don't mind that era approach. It is getting a little bit more expensive now.
Yeah, he's realized, he's got to switch it up. He's got to force something to happen here, PHENOM, and he's starting to realize it. NL, being patient, not going to focus on the anti-air because he's too busy trying to look at what PHENOM's going to do on the ground.
And it came in from a light, too. Being able to perfect parry that is very, very difficult, in my opinion. And that's going to be easy peasy. NL with the level 3. Take a sip. Bam. Sit him down. 2 games to 1.
And a perfect KO to boot here as well for Falcon's own NL. Now, he's sticking to plan A. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we're starting to see the frustration pour out of PHENOM in his gameplay here. So he's just going to go back to character select screen. He's not going to change characters, I believe, because he does play Ken. I mean, you know,
I was just about to ask for a sidebar. I was going to say, what are the chances, what are the odds of actually switching up to the Shoto? I wouldn't actually even think about trying to do that. I think his Cammy is more than effective to face off against any of the Shotos in comparison to switching off to the Ken.
For me, it's similar to like the sunk cost fallacy thing, right? He's put too much work and effort into practicing and prepping Cammy for the group stages, and he's emerged, right? He was talking to people before about he does regret not training the Bison up because he had an ephany when he came here with the reject guys to talk about, playing against the Asian region and their Bisons, Bison is still arguably a top 5. Some of them think he's the best in the game, and he does have a formidable Bison, but it just wasn't ready in time for the group stages. So he's going to stick with the tried and true Cammy here, and he's going to have to claw his way back, because if he loses this game, he is out of the running.
If you're taking a note, though, as to how many jump-ins PHENOM had successfully had against NL, and I don't mean like actually hitting NL, at least forcing NL to block, right? He didn't get anti-aired outright. I don't mind the strategy of trying to continue onto the air approach, right? I mean, albeit it could be a little bit expensive, and as we can see, PHENOM already spending 3 of those bars just to get that cancel to force NL to kind of flinch a little bit.
Because of the patience that NL's exuding, it's actually forcing PHENOM to kind of play out his comfort zone.
That was so sick!
Yo, NL's on smoke today. Good delay tech there, and he's trying to get the burnout.
Again, the slight hezzy with the walk-up as well. Not enough damage.
Uh-oh. Good awareness there with the throw tech from NL, and he's just going to have to do a jump back jab.
Beautiful. I love it when that kind of stuff happens, man. Catching the person on the way down with that light elbow. NL looking at match point with 2 bars to his name as well.
Yeah, but it's just how solid he's been in the neutral and patience, and he's not being dissuaded by PHENOM's aggression. Yes, he tried to do it. He tried to do it, and PHENOM was ready and waiting, so it means he's going to allow a drive rush to come through next time.
Not too bad. A little bit of business of NL's own being able to throw out that OD uppercut. He's like, I see you, PHENOM. You were ready for my adamant fist? Check out the other one from the ground. Fireballs to check him a little bit more.
Perfect parry once again. He's been having a high success rate with those perfect parries, but he needs to get more damage, more opportunities here. But NL is denying him on all fronts.
But at what cost? Oh, it caught the backdash. And in return, oh, not quite burnout, but he will. Yes, I like that. Burnout on your own accord.
Why not? By his own volition, I want to take this win. I am hungry to proceed further in this bracket. One bind into that level 3 and he's done.
Could be via light kick, fist, who knows? Oh, that's so scary to throw out that crouching medium punch.
Still has an anti-ed. NL still has an anti-ed.
I don't think he'll have a chance for the rest of this round, that's for damn sure. NL with the reluctancy, it's exactly what we had prefaced it with, right?
PHENOM's identified it, but I don't want him to visit that well too many times, because that's going to change or redirect NL's focus, and he still can land an abundance of damage if he does get an air-to-air Akuma.
I say keep going for it. Take that water. Go back to the well, do it as many times as possible until NL has proven he's able to handle it, right?
Knowing PHENOM as a player, he doesn't want to be as risky as that, not unless the time warrants it, but he's going to take it to the corner again, and we've seen an abundance of wake-up options on defense right now, and he tried to do a dive kick, didn't quite work out there, so lovely anti-air from PHENOM, and he's trying to be as aggro as possible right now, Vicious.
He's going to have to pump the brakes while he's in the corner. He doesn't want to make any sort of mistakes that'll lead into maybe like a big uppercut into a level 3, etc. Especially with how little drive gauge he has left.
Just allowing PHENOM to get out of there, replenish some drive gauge for the both of them before they commit to something massive. And he didn't get it. That's unfortunate there for NL.
I'm telling you, Jammers, just keep doing it, man.
Low forward or crouching medium kick, and it will close it out for PHENOM, and I think he's looking for it as well. Takes a grab, that's completely fine.
Yeah, despite the life deficit and 38 seconds left on the clock, NL's not even going to try to inch forward as much. He's going to try that air approach. He already did it with the Demon Raid. Okay! Very, very courageous, too. You talked about that single hit that could get him into that L.
He can't get hit now. He cannot get hit now, PHENOM. It cannot be by a heavy. Ooh. It cannot be by a heavy. He's going to cash out. He's going to cash out. We're going to find out what's going to happen. He is going to go into the Delta Red Assault here.
I don't know about this one, Jammers.
It's a 10% that last hit, so it should take him out.
Okay, okay. Good call. Good call. You pulled up the calculator for that one. I saw you. Excellent work. I was a little bit concerned just because of the lights, the amount of lights and cancels into it.
Well, since there's a lot of heavy scaling on the light conversion, remember, as soon as you're in the yellow, you're good, but it is Akuma, so there's another caveat there as well that will help out, but I think even PHENOM's heart stopped beating just for a second there, just in case, because dropping all your life savings on that and not getting what you want.
Oh. Plus, you're in burnout with 0 bars, and as soon as he gets a string, yeah, no doubt, he would have lost that, but...
Repay me in interest, boy.
Yeah.
Dive kick.
Now you got me thinking about my student loans, brother. You got the aggression coming in now. Again, that dive kick has been paying off dividends. Thus far, any air approach from PHENOM has not been challenged. Majority of them, I should say.
I like that back heavy kick after the stand medium punch, just in case PHENOM tried to backdash to avoid a throw, because there was significant frame advantage there. But PHENOM being resilient, low on drive gauge, but let's see if his drive gauge will become inactive. Oh. No crosscut.
Hounding him down, forces the burnout. PHENOM tried to beg it on a perfect parry. This is kind of tough too. NL Trying to chuck some of the fireballs, just about dead even in life. Almost a fully healthy, greened up NL. Important, very delayed tech. Here's the punish counter.
Here it comes. Big damage coming through here for NL, and the gauge is not going to come back in time, so he's just going to block it out. There it is. Dive kick. Well played there from PHENOM with that defensive choice, but NL not being deterred. Needs one sort of conversion. Anything small. EX Fireball still an option if he needs it.
Yes, sir! The one that counts! The one that absolutely counts! He was banking on PHENOM to take to the skies. The one dive kick that gets disrupted and shattered.
Well, it looks like it feels like he's been giving him that false intelligence. I've been allowing you to dive kick. I haven't really been laser focused on your aerial approach. So, okay, like you said, let's make it count when it needs to happen. Potential match point here for NL. Takes a grab.
It was actually rather fortunate that PHENOM actually got the light kick to force the block on NL. Otherwise, he would have gotten that punish counter against him upon landing. But NL side switch on that throw, drive rush, important block on the overhead, and a quick challenge from PHENOM. Get off of me.
There we go. He has to pile on the pressure now, but PHENOM has to be careful not to overexert himself or whiff a normal here, because he's in trouble if he gets hit.
Still dangerous territory on both ends, both locked in with a 3 in the super art department. NL needs a singular hit again.
I love this patience. I love this respect. There's the anti-air, and that's going to clip because that turns into a 2-frame SA3, and that is going to knock PHENOM out of the tournament here. Falcons NL gets a fantastic conversion, and then he will progress deep.